And there's a little picture. There's a little picture of a dragonfly just that lives on our campus to welcome you as well. So, as I said, we're going to be talking about the Okanagan School of Education's English Foundation program. And we're on UBC's Okanagan campus. And there you can see a beautiful picture of the Okanagan Lake and Kelowna, where our school is located. And so, if you come here, you'll be able to study in this super beautiful place. And what's exciting is that the future is filled with possibility, and you're more than welcome to join us. And so, the question today is we're going to be asking ourselves this: why is the English Foundation program a good pathway to UBC? And so, why is this program the right way for you to learn English and improve your English and succeed at the University of British Columbia? There's all kinds of benefits to this program, and so I'd like to talk to you about some of these great benefits. I think the first thing that sort of sets our program apart from other programs at other universities is our focus on your well-being. We really want you to live well in this new place. And so, with the goal of living well, there's all kinds of other things that we do in our program. So, of course, you're going to be learning English and you're improving your English as an additional language skills, but you're also going to be improving your general knowledge, gaining all kinds of study skills, learning how to interact with the community, and gaining new intercultural understandings. And so you can see this is a very holistic approach to learning language. Now, with this goal of living well in a new place, we have this program outcome. So when you're finished this program, you'll be able to take part in the life of you'll be able to fully take part in the life of the University of British Columbia. And so that means academic life, social life, and even your future work life as well. And you'll have the English to be able to do that. You're going to improve your listening skills. So you can imagine at university, you have lectures in different classes you need to listen to. You have friends that are going to be talking to you, other students who are talking to you. You'll be able to understand all of that after the program. You're also going to be improving your speaking skills. You'll have confidence doing presentations in front of a classroom. You'll be able to talk to your professors, and you'll be able to use English to make new friends. Of course, you can imagine how much reading you have to do at university, and we're going to prepare you to read through all of your textbooks, various articles, papers, all of those kinds of things that you might encounter at university. And also, you're going to be improving your writing skills. By the end of the program, you'll be able to write those essays and make those lab reports that you have to do for your classes. So, all in all, you're going to improve your reading skills, your writing skills, your listening skills, and your speaking skills, but you're also going to be learning more about the culture of the Okanagan, Canadian culture. You're going to be learning about other cultures that live here in the Okanagan, and you're also going to be gaining new study skills, new language, and new interpersonal skills as well. And so you can see there's all kinds of things that are going on in our English Foundation program. It's a great alternative to taking a test. And so instead of worrying about getting that high TOEFL or IELTS score that you need to get into UBC, you can come instead through the English Foundation program. And I think also another great benefit of this program is that it's a transition period between high school and university. It's a safe place where you can be as you're becoming a University of British Columbia student. And we found that students in our classes, they make great friends and they develop their language, and these friends are going to last them through all 4 years of their university. And also, you're going to do well in university. We find that students in our classes get similar grades to other schools from local high schools. In fact, English Foundation program students do better in some courses than kids from local high schools. Our students do better in science classes, economics classes, and even in Spanish, they're doing better. It's quite amazing. And so that's all the benefits of the program. I'm going to let Amber now talk about some of the actual components of our program. Take it away, Amber.
Okay, thanks, Scott. That was a great overview of the benefits of the EFP pathway. So, in the English Foundation program, we have two courses, EAP 103 or EAP 104. And depending on your English score, I'll let you know which course you can register for. Each of these courses is worth 3 credits, which counts towards your undergraduate bachelor's degree. And as you can see, they're quite large courses with 240 hours. So to be admitted to EAP 103, you need to have around a 5 point to a 5.5 with the IELTS, and with EAP 104, it's a 6 to a 6.5. With TOEFL, if you have a 70 to 79, we'll ask you to go into EAP 103, and an 80 to 89 puts you into EAP 104. Now, on an offer letter from UBC's Okanagan campus, it will say that you need to complete EAP 104 with 68%. Of course, you can get higher, but that fulfills the English language admission standard for the university. So, what does it look like for a typical week as an EAP student in the EFP pathway? So, in our program here, you'll have two sessions of reading and writing, 2 3-hour blocks. So you have a total of 6 hours in the week. In listening and speaking, again, you'll have 2 sessions of 3-hour blocks in the week. We have a campus, community, and culture component, which is an online part of the course, and that takes about 3 hours during the week. You can work on that on your own time. We also have labs every week, and a lot of our students really love the labs because we are sometimes on campus and sometimes we go off on field trips into the community, downtown, into nature, and those are fun. We also have 2 flex hours a week, and those are what we call our tutorial hours. These are opportunities for the EAP students to go to the EFP chat cafe that we have on Friday evenings with snacks and games, or to go to a workshop that one of the teaching assistants is putting on. They can talk about vocabulary or grammar or pronunciation and have some fun interactive games. It's also a time when students can have some personal tutoring time from a TA during the week, or they can meet with their teachers as well to get some extra help. So all in all, you're looking at about 20 hours in a week, and that is what one of your EAP courses looks like. Here's another way to look at a typical week in the life of an EFP student. Let's say you're taking a Bachelor of Management or a business degree. You might take a psychology course in the morning, which might be 9 to 10. Then you would have your EAP class, and you can see we've got listening and speaking in blue, so maybe Mondays and Wednesdays. Then we have a reading and writing happening on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we have our lab on the Friday. And then that still gives you time to have another class, which maybe it's a management class, and you're taking that from 3 to 4:30. And we threw in a couple of things here, such as the EFP workshop, which would be an hour a week, and the EFP chat cafe, which would happen on Friday evenings. So that's what your schedule could look like. This all depends on what are the times for the different classes. So, as we were saying, each of these courses is worth 3 credits. And when you take these courses, you can also take additional courses that are related to your program. So you can take 3 credits or up to an additional 6 credits per term, depending on which EAP course you're in. So, and you'll also be studying with other students on campus. So options for some of the other courses that you can take might be psychology, management, economics, geography, computer science. There's actually a whole list of approved courses just down below there that is approved from all the departments that EFP students can choose from for their first year. So let's take a look at if you were in EAP 103, what would it look like for your first year here? So in your first term, you would take EAP 103 and you could take another course along with that. So there's two courses in term one. Then you've got your winter term two. You move on to EAP 104. That's worth 3 credits. And then you can take an additional two courses there, 6 credits worth. Now, if you want to do some more courses, you have options to take courses in the summertime. You can see in summer term one, you can take 1 or 2 more courses, so 3 or 6 credits. And in summer term two, you can take also 3 or 6 credits there. So typically, 27 credits can be completed in the first year. And by taking a couple of summer courses, you can complete your degree in 4 years. Let's take a look at EAP 104. So if you're in EAP 104, then in term one, you'll be taking that course with 3 credits, and then you also have the options to take up to 2 other courses, so 6 credits related to your degree. In term two, you can take a full course load. That usually means that you can take up to 5 courses, possibly more, but 5 is generally the normal full load, and that's 15 credits right there. Then if you do want to move ahead, you can take some courses in the summer term one, again, up to 2 courses, that's 3 or 6 credits, and summer term two, up to 2 courses, that's 3 or 6 credits. So you're looking at about 30 credits that can be completed in the first year, and you're on track to complete within 4 years. Well, that was a really good overview and structure of it, but we'd like to hear what Ronaldo and Wilson, who were our former EFP students, what they have to say about the EFP program. So I'm just going to ask you, maybe Ronaldo, to start with, how did the EAP program help you with your studies, or can you tell us some highlights or things that you found really helpful in your academic career so far?
Wilson, do you want to go first or I do first?
Yeah, I can start first. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Thanks,
let
Wilson.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so my name is Wilson. I'm currently in my second year in management. I'm really happy back here today and truly honored to be invited back to share my experience to all of you. I think taking EAP as my first university course play a huge role in shaping who I am today. It wasn't just about like learning English. It helped me like understand what university life really likes. In a way, it felt like a pre-university course for me. It introduced me to like a expectation, the workload, and academic environment. And the best part, challenge us and help us grow. Also, this course gave us a strong foundation in all 4 language skills, speaking, listening, reading, writing, which helped me improve my English tremendously. Not gonna lie, but what really makes the experience so valuable was having these amazing professors. I was lucky enough to learn from Ashley and Anita. This is my another 2 professors that in EAP course, who not only taught us how to communicate fluently and write academically, but also train us in every way possible to success in an English-speaking university. I also have to mention our TA Francis. I truly believe that she was one of the main reasons why so many of us love this course. She organized so many fun events, like Amber mentioned that there's like a chat cafe every Friday to make the experience more enjoyable. And like she took us skating downtown, trying a different restaurant, and then yeah, and then this experience not only entertain us to like brought us to the class together and help us to explore Kelowna, and most importantly, give us a chance to practice English while having fun. Um, and then another reason that I love this class is because the people I met. I always been like passionate about meeting people from around different backgrounds. I actually went to high school in Kelowna, so where I had a chance to connect with international students all over the world. And when I came to university, one of my main goals was to expand my social circle, starting EAP. So this class gave me that opportunity, and the next presenter, that Ronaldo, he's the one of the classmates that I met in this course. We quickly became a great friends, and then have shared like countless hangout, and then with other classmates from this class. And then outside of the class time, we also have plenty of bonding time. We have like hot pot for people who never tried before, and then I also have a chance to show Kelowna with some of my classmates the first time came to Canada. So yeah, I think like this class is not just about learning English, it's also celebrating diversity and culture. Because you can build friendship with people from all around the world and you can enjoy discovering this perspective and broadening your understanding of the world. So I think this course is a perfect place to start. And I think that's my experience. I hope all of you enjoyed this class as much as I did. Take advantage of everything it offers, like build connections and make most of your time here because trust me, there won't be another class quite like this one in university after EAP.
Wow, thank you, Wilson. That was great. Appreciate that. Ronaldo, over to you.
Yes, I prepare a PowerPoint, so I want to share my screen.
Okay, yes, I think we can set that up then.
Does everybody can see it?
Yes.
Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Ronaldo, and I'm honored to be invited by Amber to attend today's meeting. And I was enrolled in the EAP 103 and 104 from September 2023. Oh, cool. Oh, continue. Yeah. I was enrolled in EAP 103 and 104 from September 2023 to April 2024, and Amber was my listening and speaking structure. So what I want to share with you today is not any study tips because I don't want to add any pressure on you. But one thing I can promise for academic is you can fully trust our excellent teachers in EFE program. So now I want to share my real life experience in EFP. And yes, for me, the greatest advantage of EAP is that it helped me to make real and close friends. Uh, don't worry if feel stressed if you come to Canada or come to UBCO Okanagan, and don't be afraid of our schedule. And seems like 5 days per week and 3 hours per day per class. But to be honest, in university life, most of the time the lecture well looks like you might well see since it's in a big classroom, professor speaking at the front while students do their own thing, maybe take note, maybe playing video games, and you rarely get the chance to direct chance to interact with your classmate, especially in a large lecture with hundreds of students. But uh, in EAP, it's different. You can get to see your teachers and classmates every day, and longer you spend together, the better you get to know each other. So uh, at first, you might feel a little shy, but in EAP, our teacher will organize different in-class activity and a group project, giving you more opportunity to get to know your classmate. Okay, so I prepare some picture that can you can show you can see my real EAP life. First, this photo was taken during the 2024 New Year. My EAP classmate and I had a hot pot together, as Wilson said, in our dorm's commons area, to celebrate our Chinese New Year together. And this photo was taken when Wilson took us to a Chinese restaurant he was familiar with and highly recommended for its great food. And the people sit in front of my video in front of me is Wilson. Okay. Oh, this photo was also we went to the Chinese restaurant. Oh, this photo was taken after our lab sessions when we had a lunch with our teacher assistants, our TA, Francis. I must mention her. Our TAs are all very kind and supportive. You can see the lovely girl in the middle of the picture is Francis, and you can still and always see Wilson. He's sit next to the Francis. During the EAP, many teachers include teacher assistant, accompany us in many activities. So you can also become close friend with your teacher, with your TA, and you can share everything with them. Oh, this photo was taken when we went skiing at Big Y during the long weekend. And since then, we have gone skiing together many times. And the friendship I made in EAP have lasted until today. And honestly, I don't have many true friends in university. Most of them I met during the EAP. That's true. So, for example, Wilson, before EAP, we don't know each other. So I want to emphasize again that EAP is your chance to make real friends before fully entering the university. And next, I will show you some photo that reflects how the legacy of EAP has impacted my university life. Okay, this photo was taken last year. We graduated from EAP program, and yes, uh, Wilson and I enjoyed the mooncake, and we watching and eating mooncake together during the Mid-Autumn Festival. And yes, this photo was taken to celebrate Wilson's birthday. And this photo was taken while we were watching the North Lights. Oh, as I conclude my speech, I would like to offer some advice based on my experience to the future students who will be joining our family. First, be bold in talking to the right people during and after class. I wish you all can find a great friends like Wilson and me during your time in university and EAP. The second piece of advice is to join the weekly chat cafe on Fridays. It's a great opportunity to interact with your classmates after class. Enjoy some hot chocolate and play board games. Your teacher assistant will share the detail with you. And sending emails to your professor and the teacher assistant through Canvas is very convenient. Your teachers will teach you how to use it after the semester starts. So if you have any academic question, just free to ask them. They're very kind, they're very friendly. And additionally, I can share the location of the restaurant shown in these photos. Feel free to ask me. Yes, that's everything I want to share. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Ronaldo. Wow, I think I need to hang out with you and I'll go to get some really good food here. Thank you for sharing your photos and just about your life. Thank you, Wilson, for taking the time as well. So we've heard from the students' perspective. I'm going to give it back to you, Scott.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Wilson and Ronaldo. That was just amazing to hear about your experiences in the English Foundation program. And gosh, you're both A+ students. Yeah, that's wonderful. So that brings us back to the question. So why is the English Foundation program a good pathway to UBC? I think you've heard from Amber and you've heard from Ronaldo and Wilson. And I think you now have a little bit of an idea about how this program can benefit you as you become a University of British Columbia student. So we're looking forward to welcoming you to our university. If you have any questions or anything like that, please don't hesitate to ask us.